Hey guys, today I got a few things I'm gonna have to do, but first I have been waiting to open a package that I got in the mail for a while now. It's been like 2 days. I know what's inside the package for the most part, I'm guessing, but let's open it up because I have other stuff I need to do today. Okay, so let us see what I got. Okay, sweet. So, first thing I got was this Kit Bashed Tyranid drop pod. I got this. I'm so excited. I needed a drop pod. Well, no one needs one, but I wanted one. So this one's cool. I like that it looks like it's, let me put this on the ground real quick. I like that it looks like it's opening up, like this is made of green stuff. It is perfect. And all the bits that have fallen off are here. So it is fully intact and I'm holding it like an ice cream cone. But yeah, check that out. It's even got like a little guy popping out. I might take the guy out and make my own, like have a Carnifex pushing its head out, but we shall see. Let's see what else is in this box. Okay, I didn't order this, but it is, oh my god. It is a metric ton of spine fists and rippers. Look at this, I didn't order this. I think the guy just put these in here. It's all the same sprue too. Beautiful. This is actually great. Spine fists are super cool, but I'll definitely find a use for them. And for those rippers, because you never have enough ripper swarms. Let's see. Okay, what's in this? Okay, first. Oh, well, okay. This entire bag is full of Tyranid flesh wars, as well as more rippers. So I have plenty of those now. Again, this is not what I ordered. It just came with all this extra stuff. Let's see. Okay, more sprues. What is this? Oh, okay, cool. This is the sprue for most of a Tyranid warrior. I don't know why they put this in there, but they did. I love the bone swords, so I'm always glad to have more of those. Oh, it's a head too? Okay, this is a lot cooler than I realized. Yeah, no, this is awesome. Oh, and I got whips. Okay, perfect. And then this one is for some gene stealers. And looking at this bag right here, I think I know why they included these. Let's see. Here's the base for the drop pod. Here's the other shell bit. So that's 3 of them that fell off, which is fine. This is for something special that it's for the main thing I ordered out of this box. So let me pour out the rest of this. This is one of the things I ordered, 20 Hormagaunts. And he just so happened to throw in 10 Termagants, which I will turn into Hormagaunts with the Gene Stealer's arms, as well as some more Gene Stealers. The only unfortunate thing about these Gene Stealers, I have absolutely no use for them because I already have 30 of them. So I'll have to find a use for them. These hands are great. I can definitely use them for stuff, but we'll figure out something to do with them. But also look at all these old beautiful sculpted Termagants. But yeah, I'll definitely... Also, I have the new proper sized bases for them, so I'll be able to make them fieldable. Oh, and the gun for the drop pod. This is everything so far. The Gene Stealer Warrior Sprue, the absolute stack of Spine Fists, Flesh Borers, the beautiful custom drop pod, which I'm still not over how good this looks. 20 Hormagaunts, I believe like 6 or 7 of the Termagants, and 4 Gene Stealers. And now it's time for the main thing I got this eBay lot for. I'm about to pull it out. It's something I've always wanted to have in my army. It's not a model anymore, so I'm just going to proxy it as something, but you're about to see it. It's only missing one piece, and that piece is totally fine to be missing. All right, let's get him out. So that's what this base is for. However, I'm not going to be using it because if I run it as what I'm going to run it as, I can't use this base. But I do need one of these bases for some point in the future. Here is a little tongue. Its legs. And this is genuine Forge World resin. It's my second Forge World unit. And I think this is just going to give it away as to what it is. If you are, if you already know what this could be. Hold on. These dual claws. Because, what this is, and it's wrapped very well, because this is precious cargo. Double wrapped. I can put that down now. It is a Forge World Dimachaeron. Perfect. Right? Look at this thing. It's got the chest mouth. It's got the head crest. My biggest worry, because whenever I find these on eBay, it's always this entire piece broken. Its tail missing. And those are kind of important pieces. I can kit bash most things, but I can't kit bash a tail or a crest. I'd have to green stuff it, which I'm not at that point where I'm comfortable doing that. But look at him. I'm going to have to break off certain parts to fix it, because look, there's a huge gap right here. There's gaps all through. It's a mess, but it's going to be a project. And I can either use a Carnifex head or I can use a Tyrannofex head, which I have, to try to make a proper head. But look at this absolute unit. It's huge. Now, it's not as tall as this thing, but it's getting up there. But yeah, so excited. These are the two things I was meant to purchase, and then he just threw in all this extra stuff because I've purchased from him before. But yeah, so cool. Beautiful. Okay, so now I have to do the work of putting certain things away that I'm not going to need, and then cutting things out of runner, because in my bits bag, I don't keep the runners because it would block everything up. So I'm going to get that stuff out, and let's get started. Time to cut up the... This is so many Spine Fists. This would have actually been great when I was first assembling all 120 of my Termagants, because I did need Spine Fists, because that's how I run them. But at this point, I don't know what I'm going to do with all of these Spine Fists. Half of them are poorly on the runner, where I just, with my finger, I was able to pull that out. But yeah, the main thing I want out of this is all those rippers, because you can never have enough. It gives me an excuse to build more rippers, which is probably my most kit bashed unit, purely on the fact that you don't need to put 4 on the base. it says, oh, put 4. Like, you don't need to. I personally put 20 on one of them because it was funny. But yeah, just gotta cut all these loose. I do like the little glands right here. So that definitely, I've used a lot of those. I didn't even know that was from the Hormagaunts Sprue because I never got the weapons upgrade thing, the weapon upgrade pack. Because when I built the new ones, it came with that as an option already. Like I have new spine fists, they're so much smaller. When I built my Flyrant, I decided to kit bash dual devours, and I didn't realize that the new Termagant devours are so small. It looks like my Flyrant has like tinier devours, and I think that looks cool. He's basically just flying around with 2 little pistols, but like, kind of wish I had these old ones at the time because they look a little beefier. And I'm never doing that again. I'm never building another Flyrant because I'm done. I've built 3 of them. That's the legal amount you can build. I really hate getting these little venom sacks that I know I'm never going to use off. So I might just like quickly cut them and drop them here. There we go. But yeah, this looks like I'll be at this one for a while. This is the boring part before I get to the fun part, which is putting these guys on. Well, this is a horrible part. Putting these guys on proper bases and fixing up 2 broken models is going to be the fun part. Let's get through this. Final one. Let's see. But yeah, the main desired part about this entire sprue cutting was getting more rippers. I think with these, I have about 15. I'm just cleaning up the mold line. Don't care about the bottom because that's going to be glued. But yeah, just got to clean up, finish that, get my bits out, base those Hormagaunts that are off camera right now, base them, and then I can focus on the fun part, repairing those other broken models that are also off camera. Just gotta finish this. There's a lot of good bits in here. Like there's a bunch of armor plates, which is, it's gonna come in handy definitely at some point when I need a gap fill or when I need to just armor up a unit. I might have to use a couple of these on my final Hive Tyrant that I will build at some point. Let's see. Let me pop off one last. There we go. Just got to get these Spine Fists out. Again, like, I genuinely have no clue I'm doing with all these Spine Fists now. Because I'm done with Termagaunts. I guess I can give them to Warriors, but Warriors don't look that cool when they have, like, the little tiny Spine Fists. I'll figure out a use for sure. But I can always have them pouring out of a... Oh, for my final Tervigon, I could just fill up the cavity with like tons and tons and tons of Spine Fists. I think that'd be hilarious. Yeah, okay, that's what I'll do. I'll use all these extra Termagant parts to build like the biggest Tervigon pop-out ever. There we go. Normally I always keep my runners, but I have a big fat bag of runners, so I don't know what I'm going to do with those, but we'll figure it out. Let's see, I got... Oh, let me pull this closer. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, and I have 3 already rippers that are primed white. Let me see if I can find them real quick. I can. I have a bunch of broken rippers in this bag because I use them for like, oh, here's a ripper head peeking out of something. You know, that sort of thing. Here's my favorite one. The classic Spine Fist in the mouth one that I haven't used for anything yet, but I will. There we... Final one. Go. 16 brand new old old rippers. Oh. There we go. I'll have to do something funny with those. But yeah, let's get the bits bag out, because that's where I keep my bases specifically for Tyranids. It's bases that I know I'm going to have to use. It's going to be so fun. Like, when they had the slotted bases, it would make sense because they would have the little slot, right? But when you get them used, most of the time the slot's like broken or something. So, and then certain ones I'm going to have to put on new bases because this base is no longer a legal size. So, let's get to that. Here it is, my absolutely massive bag of Tyranid bits that all these are going to be poured into. I got my 20 proper sized bases for these bad boys. Let us get started. Thinking it over now, I don't need these little runner bits, so I'm just going to cut them off. So glad I cut it off the base because it did not hurt the model at all, more than I'm about to have to get it to fit on modern new bases that aren't designed for zero connection point. Like, look at this. What kind of this? There's no connection point here. I'm gonna need to like cut the toe knives off, flatten them, and give it like a flat surface to stick on. And I have something for that. Runner. So the idea is I cut 2 pieces off, put them in, and then I sandwich him in between them, because that works. That's just a good idea. I've done it for the 60 other used Hormagaunts that I got. So let's get to it. So this is why this is the worst part. Now I have to wait like 6 or so minutes each time to kind of have these guys get glued down. But the best part is, even if I cut off toes, my base style is mud texture paint. So I just goop that on and it doesn't even look like anything. So yeah, now I just need to wait. So I'll get back to you guys when this one's done, and then I'll do up all these, not on camera because I don't want to torture you kind people. Alright, through a combination of glue, snipping off hooves to just glue the foot flat, and using some of the bar to hold the models in place, all 20 Hormagaunts are done. This is always the worst part about buying these eBay lots, because when you get Hormagaunts or Termagaunts, it's just so unfortunate. It's such a pain. My fingers covered in crazy glue, but it's fine, because now that this is done, I get to wait for these to fully dry. I do a little bit extra glue on the side to kind of like stiffen up the connection point, and then I can just shove these into the drawer and be done with them for now. And then I can work on the fun pieces. So I removed some of the arms because I got bored waiting, but this one is like gunked with glue. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to get rid of crazy glue on a model. I'm gonna tell you, but then I'm also gonna show you. You shove it in the freezer. You put it in the freezer for like a couple minutes, and then you can just, see, pop it out with no issue. This one's a little bit more gunked up, and my thing is, all right, I really don't want to break this. It'd be really sad. Also, let me just... There we go. The mouth bits right here are glued very poorly. There we go. The crazy glue. Okay, that's fine. Kind of snapped a little bit, but it fits fine. I am going to have to wash this model. I've heard horrible things about Forge World models and their inability to, like, hold paint sometimes. So I'm just going to dig in. Finally got the arm off. Clean break. I am going to... He's going to be mostly glued together. Like, I'm going to re-glue the mouth in here and re-glue up some other bits. But arms and stuff I'm going to keep separated. The tail, let me just... Actually, no, I can just sprue goo. I'm just going to sprue goo up this little huge gap. But yeah, I just got to wash this in soap and water because I have heard horror stories about how Forge World resin is just covered in this agent to make sure it can pop out of the molds. And so, just going to clean him off, make sure he's ready, and this is what I'm super excited to work on. Because, like, the drop pod's beautiful. It's never getting seen in game because it's terrible. This could be a Norn Emissary or Assimilator. Those are good. So, but this one's going to be much more fun, like, artistically, where I'm going to have to carve out the kit-bashed creature he put into, which I'm not sure what it's meant to be, because it's got, like, it's got a adrenal gland on it and all that sort of fun stuff. Just set that up. There we go. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to cut it up, and I'm definitely putting a Carnifex, like, ripping his way out of it. I already have the Scything Talons and so many Carnifex heads ready. I think I might do the rabbit head because that's my favorite one. But gotta go do some other stuff first, and then once these dry, I will get back to repairing broken parts of the models, specifically kit bashing up a head for this guy. There we go. Nice and based. Alright, so I washed the Dimachaeron with warm soapy water. He is good to go. I had a slight issue with one of the ribs popping off. Let me see if I can get that in shot. There we go. One of the ribs popping off, and so I just glued that, so I'm not going to touch him yet. Basically what I have to do with him is clean up seams, patch some stuff up, and then kit bash ahead. So I'll do that in a little bit once this all dries. Let me just set this right there. Now, ta-da. So I have a lot of work to do on this drop pod. First things first, I hate these stupid tendrils sticking out the sides of it. I am going to remove these, use them for something else, anything else. It doesn't bother the profile that much if these aren't here. I just think it looks better without these little dangly bits. So let me grab my hobby snippers. Go. And begin the removal. Let's see if this just comes off. There we go. There we go. Okay, that one went a little bit south. There we go. These all popped out without any issue except for this one. It's fine. Oh, well, no, I don't want it. That's incredibly unfortunate. It's fallen in. Give me a moment, I'll figure this out. This hole, I can have something shooting out of it like a claw. That's fine. It's this that's going to bother me. So I just need to kind of fiddle with it until the bit falls out. So give me a moment. Oh, well, actually, let me cut out these pieces because that might stop it. Because the guy apparently put in some kit-bashed pyrovores. I don't like it. So I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to make it look like a Carnifex is climbing out. So let me get to that. Let me, first off, snip. Go. And Just like that, that comes out. And the head does as well. I might actually use that. Let me snip off that. Grab these claws out. I love how easily this is all coming out. Oop, don't love how easily that came out, but that can be fixed. Go. Another bit removed. All right. Cleaned. And I had like this crazy idea that what if 1, 2, 3, oh, this one falls, 4 Carnifexes, all 4 special types. This one's painted because I got it from a person, and my favorite one. They were all popping out of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I was like, man, I really regret making this hole. It kind of ruins the thing. No, it doesn't. I shove a Termagant in here, and now it looks like it's ripping out, trying to like get towards people. So that's perfect. And then I was thinking, I need weapons, so I got these 2 Scything Talons and these 2 Double Devourers that are going to be poking out of it as if the Carnifexes are like trying to jump out. And then I was like, I have the Spore Assist. It already has these guns on it. So instead, I'm like, I don't want to put like, most of the guns, the way I color them, are the same color as this, and I don't want there to be too much skin color on this. So instead, I'm like, I'm going to grab these Devourers. There we go, if I can get that in focus. There we go. And cut them to just plop right here. And then the final conversion I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, which belongs on the Spore Assist, and put it here. Just because I think it looks cooler, and my Spore Assist has the mouth. So I'm going to do that up and see how it goes. Okay, there we go. Got the Devourers on the sides. That'll give a nice color of white. Got the Spore Assist top. I think it's like a thruster thing where it pushes it down. There we go. Got these shells. They're ready. The heads aren't going to be painted right now because why would they be? Or I'm not gluing them in yet. I'm going to paint them separately and then just stick them in there. We are good. Next thing up, I'm going to have to do some serious, like, crazy gap filling. Because look at those. That's not even funny. But yeah, filling up all those gaps. I will glue the Termagant in there. No, I won't glue the Termagant in there yet. I'll paint him separately. But yeah, there is that. I will be applying a layer of liquid plastic to this green stuffed tongue, I guess is what I'll call it. But yeah, gonna do that up, and let's move on. There we go. Gaps are filled with plastic, and now I just wait for them to dry to see if... I didn't do the middle ones right here because those are gonna get covered by these plates. So let us get back to it. Still need to cover up this leaf though. All right, time to make a Dimachaeron head. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop off this horn, and attach this tongue. And that should get me what I need. I realize if I'm not gluing the heads in yet, it's better just to remove the other fans. So removed should be easy. This should be the easiest thing to paint. When I painted my Sporocyst, I was like, wow, this is the least fun thing I've ever painted, but it was definitely the easiest. And I'm expecting a similar situation to this, but all these Carnifex heads should make it like so much cooler. But let me put this down. Look at this. So I chopped it, sanded down the horns. I've done this like 2 other times with 2 other kits, but that will be my Dimachaeron's head. So let's get started on the repair and maintenance of the Dimachaeron. So the normal Dimachaeron has like these hand tongues that shoot out. I have the piece to do it. I'm not doing it. I think it looks dumb and is overall just pointless. It's just a bit asking to break, you know? So what I'm gonna do is just dab up a little bit here to seal the hole. All right, everything is gluing together. Chest done. Head done. There we go. Drop pod done. Pile of bits. 20 Hormagaunts done. And, yeah, that is pretty much, all of it. I will say, working with resin sucks. The glue just didn't want to hold at certain points. So I was like, oh, I'm going to grab, this is liquid, like, welding. I was going to do that, and I'm still probably going to have to do that. I've decided I'm assembling him before I paint him, which kind of goes against everything I believe as a person. But I just don't want to paint this thing and then have it not glue and then have to do this resin stuff. So instead, I'm just going to finish this up. If anything jiggles, like this rib is still kind of jiggly, I'm just going to remove it and then resin glue it together. But there we go. Just got to assemble this, but that's in the morning. So I will see you all then. All right, so it's kind of hard to show it properly. I've a stick tack to stick the plates on, but it'll look something like this with those extra heads peeking out, him jumping out of this hole, and the Termagant out of this hole. But that is that. Let me show the Dimachaeron real quick. Now this thing's awesome. It's fully done. All of the glue has set perfectly. But yeah, one Dimachaeron, one very heavily kit bashed drop pod, which I have to be so careful with. I'm going to take off the sticky tack. And 20 Hormagaunts that were a pain to glue down, but they're glued, and I will deal with them later. But there we go. This project's gonna keep me occupied for quite a bit of time. This drop pod's gonna be super easy to paint because again, it's just gonna be like 3 colors. My paint job is 3 colors, but it's gonna be freakishly easy to paint just because it's all skin It's all skin with these plates that are detached, so it's going to be easy to paint. But there we are. Oh yeah, some stuff fell in. But out of the two of these, I think, or out of the three of these items, Dimachaeron's my favorite one. Because just look, it's so much shorter than this drop pod, which is insane. But Dimachaeron's my first favorite. This is my second favorite, just because this is never, I don't know how often I'm going to bring this to the table. It's just not a good model, like good unit with rules right now. But if it ever gets good, I'll have it. I have the bases right here for 2 more that I need to get parts printed for to make more of them. I think for my next one, what I want to do is I'm going to have it like this. Normally, the top's going to be sealed. And I'm going to have the bottom open up and have like some of the Hormagaunts and gene sealers I have falling out of it. Like they're departing out of it. But that's for the future. I don't know how I'm painting this inside portion. I don't think I am. I think the shadows naturally just cover up this massive swath of gray in here. But there's that. Hormagaunts, cool. I already have 60. I don't need 80. I have 80 now. Then I need 40 more, and I have the max amount of Hormagaunts, and that is complete. But there we go. Again, thank you all for watching this unboxing and assembly / restoration. I'm definitely going to have to record painting up this guy and this guy. Not the Hormagaunts, because that's just going to be a process of me repeating very small, minute steps over and over and over and over and over. But there we go. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, до свидания.